Salutations. Quickly, I wanted to talk about Sasquatch and infrasound and ultrasound. Alright, and I'm going to do something I was just recently blamed for. A lot of times you only talk about what you've experienced. Yeah, that's right, because that's what I know, and that's hard enough to understand most of the time. Anyway, I want to kind of correlate this with ECETI Ranch and what I experienced there. Two separate events that I experienced there this last time I was there about 11 months ago. Alright, one is I'm outside about probably, I don't know, it's 1 in the morning maybe. I'm with Albert, and we're looking at Hood River that is right outside of the property of the gate of ECETI. And then we were walking back on, and we're kind of standing by there's like a bridge there. We're kind of leaning against it, and we start hearing an owl sound, a very loud owl. All right, and it was a little creepy, but it's the mountains, for goodness sake. So we kind of look at that. That was a loud owl, and we kept talking. And then maybe about a minute and a half later, there was another owl sound. And this one was so loud that it also sounded like it was a humanoid, a person, purposely distorting this owl sound. And when we hear this, Albert like jumps off the rail of the bridge. He goes, "Man, that made the chakras in my back feel funny." And the truth is, it made the hair on the back of my neck stand up too. And I turned around with the flashlight, started flashing behind us. But that's the back 40 of ECETI back there. There's nothing but these huge sycamores and trees. I couldn't see anything. Then after that, maybe about 20 seconds later, a huge rock flies and smacks down below a tree like it was thrown from one of these trees up there, probably about 25 feet from where we were. And it made us kind of go back on the property there. All right, so that's one thing. As example, I think the Sasquatch uses infrasound. All right. Another thing that happened out there would be as we're walking back onto the property, we're actually hearing what sounds like these. This is actually after the conference was over. We're hearing these yells. These yells. One time they sounded like cows mooing, maybe the night before. But this night these were distinctive yells coming from beyond Hood River and becoming from Sleeping Lady over there, and also the back of ECETI. It was like 3 of them, and I mean these were loud, so loud that people came out of their cabins. All right, Diane came out. Oh, I can't remember her full name now. She came out actually. Elizabeth Diane. She came out. My friend Larkin O'Toole came out with his equipment trying to record it, and other people came out. And when he came out with his equipment, the yells stopped. All right, and I was really taken aback by the fact I could hear this yelling going in between the mountains like that. All right, so that was something that really took me aback. If I was out there yelling, you couldn't have heard anything like that. You couldn't have heard me at all. And Elizabeth Diane said after that, because I said, "Man, is it just me, or was that kind of creepy and eerie?" A lot of them said, "Yeah, it was." But Elizabeth Diane said something. She said, "Barry, to me, it sounded like whale sounds. It reminded me of whale sounds." And that kind of took me aback. And that made me think, okay, whale sounds occur in infrasound. And infrasound, whales can do infrasound from 10 to 40 hertz. Okay, anything below 20 hertz is beyond human hearing. But whales are capable of that. And I think it goes all the way down to, 1.001 decibels. You can go that low with infrasound. And a lot of infrasound, like bursts of infrasound, is known to give organ tremors, can create a large amount of sleepiness in somebody, and can do very damage to the human body. That's been noted, all right, and documented scientifically. So I think we've got something with the Sasquatch that they are masters of ultrasound and infrasound. I think they use it for echolocation, and I also think they use it for weaponry. That's simple, all right? I think when dealing with them, what else do I have to say about that actually? I like to compare this to the Dolphin. A lot of people don't know about the Dolphin is that the Dolphin also uses ultrasound and infrasound, but when a dolphin actually strikes the gill of a shark, they emit a static electric charge as well. And then they hit with that ultrasound, they hit the impact as well before the physical blow. That's a lot what the Kung Fu masters call the death touch. It's similar. They're hitting the ethereal net before they actually attack. I think we're seeing something similar with infrasound and Sasquatch. And when I start looking into that more and the talk of them using infrasound, I start hearing accounts, those researchers talking about people after they're hearing these Sasquatch yelling at too close of a distance, they're having blood in their urine and things of that nature. So that's, or falling asleep, getting really sleepy. Those are signs of infrasound. So anyway, that's pretty much what I wanted to just address on that and say that this is worth bringing up quite a bit. Thank you very much. Please subscribe to my Patreon channel. That's where I'm doing a lot of more videos. They're a little bit longer on there, a little bit more involved. I'm not going to be doing as much on YouTube. I appreciate all the encouragement I'm getting, but for those of you that appreciate the work I'm doing, please come over to Patreon. Let's interact a little more there, and it's a better platform, I feel, that gets away from some of these trolls. Thank you. Please subscribe to this channel, and please subscribe to Patreon, but subscribe here if you like the work I'm doing. Please encourage me to keep going and keep doing them here, which has all been free up till now. Peace! Afterthought, something I forgot to mention, alright? See, sitting in Patreon, I'm still trying to hook up the YouTube thing. Alright, real quick, I think that also the infrasound that Sasquatch uses, that you can use also to excite water vapor in the air, which kind of can give the ability to grab that electron cloud, which leads to invisibility. Check out my video on invisibility on this channel, and I talk about that a lot, some of those techniques. But I think some of the infrasound they're doing allows them to excite water vapor in a way that aids them in becoming invisibility and camouflage. That's all. Please subscribe. Thank you. Peace.